どうも皆様、おはこんばんにちは、ヒロでございます。下手でも関係ない楽しむだけだをモトに、ヴァンパイア。続きをやっていきたいと思います。はい。前回の続きですね。ショーンハンプトンの創作に、久しぶりに、ここどこだ、名前忘れた。この町の名前。まあ、港町かなに、はい、やってきました。で、なんかこのおっさんがどうやらヴァンパイアハンターみたいなことを言ってたので、ちょっとこの人に話を聞きたいなと思います。
Good evening, sir. Have you witnessed any suspicious activity or strange events recently?
And what do you define as a strange event? More to the point, who are you?
Who are you?
My name is Ichabod Throgmorton, Vampire Hunter Extraordinaire and Warden of the East End.
A vampire
ヴァン
hunter?
パイアハンター本当に
Really?
I know what you're thinking. I'm just another lunatic howling at the moon, but I'm not. The bloodsuckers exist, and they're close.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'd like to hear more about these vampires you're hunting.
A man of science? Well, I'll be glad to enlighten you.
What can you tell me about this neighborhood?
Did you hear about what happened to Jack Gillingham? Oh boy. It's a shame I wasn't around to protect him.
It's impossible to protect everyone. The violence
ジャック・
seems
ギリンガムっ
endemic
ていう
in
のは
this
今
part of town.
隣に倒れている人のことなのかな
I am convinced Jack Gillingham was killed by a vampire. These evil rodents are spreading like a plague.
ほう
So, how exactly are you protecting these people? I'm curious.
I patrol late at night, investigating anything unusual. I try and encourage people to stay indoors, but people are careless.
それで
Can I help in any way?
Actually, yes. I plan to put up posters to alert the population to the vampire threat.
Are you asking
Poster.
me to paste posters about vampires around the docks?
If you wouldn't mind. If you did that, then I can focus on my patrols.
はあ、並外れたヴァンパイアハンター、新しいミッション出てきたわ。どうやってヴァンパイアを見分けるんです
How
か
do you identify a vampire?
It's simple, really.
実に簡
They
単。
can't
ほう
stand
彼らは
daylight.
日の光の
They're
もとに立てない
afraid
と
of garlic and holy
ニンニクと
symbols.
聖なるシンボルを恐れます。彼らはまた招かれていない家には
Have you
入れな
ever
い。
killed
招かれない家
yourself? I mean.
Of course I have. What kind of question is that? It's a dirty business, believe me.
ほうこの人絶対嘘だろう。は
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me, Mr. Throgmorton?
The sad saint? He should be at his night asylum at this hour. But I cannot tell you how to find it, sorry.
Really?
あ、
Why is that?
なぜ
It's nothing personal, Doctor. I'm sure your intentions are good, but people who sleep there, they have plenty of reasons to hide.
ほう
I could make you tell me, but I respect your refusal. You really believe Sean is a saint, don't you?
All I will say is this. Gossip has it that when he was a child, he was molested
司祭に
by a
虐
priest
待を
of
受けて
all
たの
people. Funny thing is, though, it only strengthened his faith.
へえ。ああ、ショーハンプトンは、あ、やっぱ神父さんなんだね。あ、だから悲しみの聖人ってそういうことか。ははは。
Maybe at least you can tell me who could help me find him.
そうだ
Tell you what,
ね。
go and chat with
誰かいる
Tom Watts. He's a bartender and good judge of character. If he talks to you, then it's fine by me.
まあやっぱトム・ワッツになっちゃうんだよね。ちなみにさ、君、ガード・オブ・ブリフェンは知ってんの
Have you heard of the Guard of Prewin?
Of course. They're dedicated hunters. A little militant for my
あ、知っ
taste.
てはいるんだ。
They do let anyone join.
Were you ever tempted to join the Guard yourself?
I did think about it, but I'm more of a silent hunter.
静かなハンター。
They're more of a sanitary militia.
一人で狩
So
り
you
を
hunt alone? That sounds risky.
Vampires are just like every other predator. They hunt when they're hungry and follow certain patterns. It's just a matter of observation and patience.
なるほど。目の前にヴァンパイアがいるのに気づいてない君は本当にヴァンパイアハンターなのかい？
Goodbye. And good hunting, Mr. Throckmorton.
はあ、まあトム・ワッツに話聞くのが一番いいんだろうな。やっほー、サブリナさん元気？
Evening, miss.
Well, I never. That's a first. Customers who make that much mess rarely come back. Never mind in fancy togs.
I'm much more myself than when we first met. By the way, I'm Jonathan, Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Welcome back to the Turquoise Turtle then, Doctor. I'm Sabrina Cavendish. How can I help you?
What can you tell me about this area?
People don't appreciate that line of questioning round here. You best be more careful with what you say, sir.
You look
Oh, sorry.
concerned, Miss Cavendish.
This is a bad borough. Most people I know are afraid. Most locals will rob you blind, or worse. You best mind your step.
はーい。誰も安心できない。
So you and your friends all feel in danger? No exceptions?
Tom's the only exception I've come across until now. But he's not like everybody else.
This place seems, how shall I put it, very colorful. I'm sure it has plenty of stories to tell.
We get people of all sorts here. It's that rare place in the docks where you can have a drink without being murdered. At least it's not happened yet.
なるほど。
So this bar is neutral territory then?
Yeah. Tom's convinced this is something the locals need. No one ever draws a weapon here. That's one of the reasons I accepted the job.
Your boss must be quite the negotiator to force such an agreement.
Yeah. Tom's a great bloke. Mr. Hampton, who runs the night asylum,
他
he's
に
the
ナイ
only
ト
other
シェル
man
ター
that's
を
able to
運営
keep
している
peace
ハン
around
プト
here.
ン。ここはいいか。
Miss Cavendish, would you be willing to help me locate Sean Hampton?
You better ask Tom, sir.
Why not answer me directly?
We respect the privacy of our customers here, sir. Only Tom can decide who to speak to and what he'll say to them.
Goodbye, Miss Cavendish.
Long ago, this sort of mess would have given me a laugh.
I should have offered a drink to the boy. Be he cursed or not, he's just another lost orphan.
ダイソンがいるからな。ただこっから乗れねえよな。競争剤作って薬渡したいよな。あ、またなんか誰か人いるわ。
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Why must it always be a good evening?
I was just being polite. I'm Dr. Reed. I'd like to ask you some questions, if I may.
Don't like questions or doctors. And the name is Seymour Fishburne, if you must know.
あらららら。そんな、やだ、ダメダメ質問しちゃダメ
What's your occupation?
I take care of my mum.
答えてくれるんかい
She's the only good thing in my life. Even though I don't treat her so good.
何か困ったこ
You
と
seem
でも
upset. Is something bothering you?
I lost the necklace I bought her. I'm a fucking idiot. A worthless idiot.
ほうほう
Sometimes it's hard to be a good son.
I just wanted to smile. No, I was thankful for her patience, appreciated like... God knows she deserves it.
なるほど。また新しい
What
ミッ
can
シ
you
ョン出
tell
て
me
きたな。
about this part of town?
A shithole filled with maggots. Liars and thieves, all of them.
ほうほう特に誰
Are
かい
you
ますか
thinking about someone in particular?
No? Hate them all. Especially these petty, whining little shitbag beggars.
言うねえ。
Is there no one who deserves your leniency then?
Well, Tom from our local is somewhat of a decent
ああ
bloke.
トムはやっぱ
At least, unlike most maggots, he knows how to
いい
listen
人なん
without
だね、やっ
opening
ぱり
his
トムは。
trap.
なるほど。
Any chance you can help me find Sean Hampton?
The sad saint. Why would you talk to that cunt?
Actually, that's confidential.
Really? Well, go ask someone else then. I'm sure Tom Watts will gladly answer you.
なるほど。
Goodbye, Mr. Fishburne.
ありがとう。よし、乗れた乗れた。ああ、隠れ家に入れた。ここであら、君も風邪薬いるの？じゃあ風邪薬と強壮剤作っとくか。風邪薬あるあ強壮剤あったわ。気管支炎を一応作っとこう。あ、じゃあこっちはアイテムか。あった。あ、ハンドルが手に入った。防具クラフトできるかな。ハンドル足らんわい。じゃあシーモア、風邪薬あげるよ。お前いいやつっぽそうだから。
Good evening, Mr. Fishburne.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you require medical assistance?
That's something I didn't expect to hear again. A doctor concerned with the health of his patients. Yeah. I could use some help. On several matters, in fact.
ここで薬渡さないってやったらほんと最低な医者だよな。
I don't know which kind of doctor you're used to dealing with, but it's a doctor's purpose to heal people.
And is it your purpose as well, Mr. Reed? I would say it's a convenient way for gaining people's trust.
よく言うぜ。
Goodbye, Mr. Fishburne.
まあ元気になって。で、まあそこにも誰かいる。誰だあのおじいちゃん。
So love to gaze at the stars.
ルーファス。
Hello, boy.
あ、子供か。
Hello. Good evening.
Did I scare you?
すげえ見た目お
You
じい
have
ちゃんに
nothing
見え
to
たわ。
fear from me.
No, it's just that people prefer to avoid me.
Well, I won't. I'm a doctor.
I'm doctor.
My name is Rufus, so Rufus Kingsbury.
キングズベリー。
What can you tell me about this region?
It's all about staying out of trouble. But since most people prefer to avoid me,
まあ
it's
この
pretty
辺りの
easy.
質問してもなんかみんな似たようなことしか言わんよな。
Have you ever thought about leaving?
Where else would I go? At least I know these streets and some people around here. This is my city, for better or worse.
なるほど。
Why do people
なん
avoid
で
you?
君を避けるんだい？
They call me Rufus the Curse.
呪いのルー
I'm
ファ
a bit
ス
of。a bad luck charm.
ほ
What do you do around here, Rufus?
I listen to the news on the docks, sir. And I smile at those kind
う
enough
シ
to
リン
spare
グ
me
を
a
分けてく
bob.
れる親切な人には笑っている。仕事は
Do
あ
you
る
have
の
a？job?
It's hard to work. What with my head and all.
俺の頭
Since
じゃ
I
ん。
was a boy, I've always had trouble remembering what I do and why I do it.
ほうほう。
What do people say about this place?
Things have been tense between the wet boot boys and the
レッ
communists.
ドブートボーイ
They
ズ。
both feel
は
they should run the docks.
あは
Do you know a man who lives in this part of town? A man named Sean Hampton. I'm looking for him.
Sorry, sir. I don't know a lot of folks around here. Most prefer to avoid
Oh.
me.
Well, I don't think you should talk to him. He may be very sick.
Thanks for the tip. You might want to check the Turquoise Turtle. It's a pub not far from here. The barkeep knows everyone in these parts.
あ。ああ。
So long, Rufus.
トムの
Be
ことだ
careful.
ね。
Take care.
really cursed? It would explain so much.
じゃあやっぱ誰だこの人。この人中にいる？中にいるっぽいな。ノックしたら出てくれるかな？
Some call this the bad part of town.
Good evening, madam. I'm Dr. Reed.
マダムか。
Could I come in?
Why?
正面からの顔だったら男の人に見
I
えるわ。
work at the Pembroke Hospital. I'm investigating the flu epidemic in this area.
Oh, the Spanish flu. Well, that's quite liberal of you, Doctor. But this is no time to be knocking at people's doors.
申し訳ない。
The disease takes away the good people too, madam. Why not let me in?
It's Mrs. Fishburne. Stella Fishburne. And yes, indeed. Why not let a doctor in?
催眠術パネ
Please don't stay too long, sir.
フィッシュバーンの家。じゃあちょっと物色させてもらうね。私には物が必要なんだよ、フィッシュバーン様。この人しか住んでないのかな？
I'm not sure the epidemic is what worries people most these days.
It's locked.
なるほど。
So you have questions about the flu, then?
Yes, among other things.
Forgive my rudeness at the door. It's just my son doesn't like strangers coming in the house.
息子。ここでの生
How
活は
is
どうです
life
か？
around here?
Life has always been hard in the East End. But it's
あ、
everywhere
イーストエン
nowadays,
ドか、
isn't
こ
it?
こは。伝染病が暴力を作り出している？
Do you think the increase in violence has anything to do with the epidemic?
Don't know. But it's most likely linked to the gangs, if you ask me. Recently, it's like everyone has had to pick a side.
Violence has always fed on poverty, don't you think? It's a cruel law of the human condition.
And selfishness is their rotten fruit. These days, you could just die in the gutter and no one will bat an eye.
なるほど。仕
May I
事は
ask
何？
what you do for a living, Mrs. Fishburne?
Since my husband died, I worked at the Dawson
ロ
Rope
ーソンの
factory.
ロープ工場で働いてました。でも戦争前に閉鎖した。
I occasionally help at the night asylum
引き換えにナイトシェ
in
ルターを手伝
exchange
って。
for
お、
food.
ナイトシェルター。
Did your husband die in the war?
Oh no, my Jack was a docker. He died when my Seymour was just a
シ
lad.
ーモアが小さい頃。シーモアっていう名前なんだ、息子は。
From that scaffolding.
How do you pay the rent then?
My Seymour works at the docks, just like
港で
his dad.
働いている。
He's very attached to the house he grew up in. It's not always easy, but we get by all right.
I'm trying to locate Mr. Sean Hampton. Do you know where he could be?
You talking about the one everyone calls the sad saint? The man who takes care of the homeless?
きったさな人。
The very same, Miss Fishburne.
I'm sorry. I don't know where his shelter is. But if you ask around, I'm sure you'll get your answer.
ありがとう。
Goodbye, Miss Fishburne. Take care of yourself.
Please don't stay too long, sir.
あまり長いなさらないでって言われてるけど、出ていくよ。シーモアっていう息子がいるんだね。これで何人？あ、この子も貧血か。もうあと1、2、3、4、5、6人いる。どこにいんだ？
All these whispers of monsters got
どっかにあと6人いるっぽいけど。どこにいるかわかんねえな、これ。ルーファスが貧血か。後で貧血の薬作ってルーファスにあげよう。 じゃあちょっとおい大さんお前だ。
Good evening, sir.
Whatever.
Don't you recognize me? We met a few nights ago.
Don't take it personally. I spent a lot of energy forgetting what I did the night before.
Yes, you had definitely drunk too much then as well. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
I'm Dyson Delaney. I'll try to remember you. This time.
忘れないため
Inebriation
に
aside,
まず
do you
君は
need
薬を
medical
飲も
Yes. I feel sicker than usual these days.
Take this, then. And perhaps you could try to slow down the alcohol intake, too.
Hey, Doc, you don't really want me to stop the only remedy I can afford.
Goodbye, Mr. Delaney.
う。これで OK だね。じゃあ
With the epidemic, no one dares go outside.
少し話そうか。
Good evening, Tom.
Good evening, sir. How are you tonight? Back to the docks, are we?
You remember me then?
Of course I do. You're
Ma,
that
ちょっ
man
と
who
いろいろ
seemed
とね。
so lost when he entered my bar a few nights ago.
Thank you for your hospitality. I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way.
I'm still Tom Watts. Welcome back, Doctor.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
It's not that bad. Thanks to people like the sad saint of the East End.
Who?
Sean Hampton, our own private holy figure.
おお。
Few are foolish enough to make peace with the gangs. Sean is one of them.
ショーンの
How is
話が
it
出
you
てき
can
た
keep
ね
this。place open? This part of town doesn't seem particularly safe.
Well, since everybody needs a drink, my pub is considered neutral ground by most groups.
なるほど。
I see. So you get pressure
なるほ
from
どっ
all
て一緒のこと
sides
言ってる
about
わ。
how this place should be run, do you?
Or something like that. Nothing that a few wise words and a bottle of gin can't solve.
何かできることはあるかい？
Since I'm here, is there anything I can do?
Well, perhaps, Doctor. Peace partly depends on my stock of gin. With the epidemic, my supplies are running low.
How could a physician help you in this matter?
I have a small warehouse just past the quarantine line. Perhaps, with you being a doctor, you could go there and come back.
Doctors aren't immune to disease, you know. Very well. Show me where it is. I'll see what I can do.
Oh, thank you, sir. Here's the key to get in. You're about to save many dry throats.
ほう。新しいミッション。
You're something of a figurehead around here.
I'm only pouring alcohol for everyone to forget their troubles. Sean Hampton is the one giving them
またショーンの
long-term
名前が
hope.
出てきた。じゃあそろそろそのショーンって男に関してちょっと知
Tom,
ってること
I
を
need
教え
to
てくれ。
find Sean Hampton as quickly as possible. I've been told you could help me.
I heard the sad saint was recovering at Pembroke Hospital. Did he leave or something?
I believe he returned to his flock. Can you confirm that?
Oh, I bet you're right. Sean can't help but worry about the poor and sick. Oh, I guess it has something to do with what happened to him as a baby.
Please,
Combo.
tell me.
Well, I don't like to gossip, but I heard that the sad saint was abandoned as a baby in
ダ
front
ブ
of a
リン
Catholic
のカトリ
orphanage in
ック
Dublin.
孤児院の前に捨てられ
Would
ていた。な
explain his faith and need to help everyone.
るほど。
The
もともと
important
孤児だっ
thing
たん
is
だ
I。find him quickly.
Why not try his night asylum? He takes care of those who need a meal or a roof there.
Where is it?
It's in an old warehouse, northwest of here.
ここから北
Just
西。
follow the bank to the west and go north
川
when you
岸に
reach
沿
the
って
end of the
西に行っ
pier.
て船着き場。ああ。ありがとう。
Goodbye, Mr. Watts.
お前の依頼も後でこなしてやるからちょっと待っといてくれ。じゃあこれか。どうやって行く？ OK。場所は分かった。意外と喋るだけでこんな時間かかってんだよな。ここだな。ここ越えろってことか。 ああ、なんて楽なんだろうかこの移動。血の跡。
Seems like the guard of Freeman is on Sean Hampton's trail too.
待て。待って、強くないこいつら。そしてめっちゃ燃やすやん。やばい、死ぬ。やばいな、これはきつい。やばいこれは強い。これは強いなあの火炎放射器どうしよう。あそこ移動しちゃダメ。あ、頼む、俺に力をくれネズミさんたち。ああ、まずい。害虫駆除なんて出てきたよ。
It's locked, all right.
ああ、行くしかないと。これやべえな。いやー、ちょっと待って、違う。よいしょ。なんでお前らその火炎放射器当たって死なんねん。いや、なんでやっくっそ。いや、熱い。いや、あ、こいつマジで強えな。よし。 オッケー。あとはお前らだ。よくもやってくれたな、クソ野郎ども。血よこせや。よいしょ。あー、痛い。これきついな。ダメージ食らうとひるんじゃうのが辛いな。あー大変。もう何君たち強かったな。アイテム何
The
も落ち
wounds
ない
on
の。
this corpse are deep, the result of rabid rage. If this is Sean's doing, he's become a murderous beast.
そうだね。ああ大変だった。OK、 じゃあちょっと今回ここまでにしたいと思います。次回はこの続きからショーンをようやくちょっと見つけます。はい。だいぶ時間かかっちゃってるけども、はい、ちょっと次回はこの続きからやっていきたいと思います。ご視聴いただきまして誠にありがとうございました。また次回の動画でお会いいたしましょう。またね。